Hey, this is the bird. I've been doing research. I don't know if you've been watching the news lately about all these shootings going on in our schools. Some fake, some not, but this recent one, I'm sure it was real. Okay? It was a kid named Jared Padgett. He basically shot a child that was in the PE locker room. He went directly to the locker room, PE locker room. Had a vest, military vest, and some guns that he supposedly had gotten from his brother's room, which is also into the army/military type. But he went to the locker room and he shot this kid named Hoffman, I'll say his last name, and supposedly a PE teacher came out and he winged him right in the hip. Okay, and this PE teacher's name is Rispler. I don't know if you know that name, but that is a German name. Okay, if you research our schools, do they have our children on a war list? Are they selling our children's names, addresses, and phone numbers to military recruiters? Yes, they are. They make $7 million off of it. They do not pay $7 million for nothing. They will not give our schools $7 million if they refuse to give up our children's names. Okay, is there a lot of stuff, bad stuff happening through this so-called law that George Bush put into the No Child Left Behind Act? Okay, if you go on YouTube, find a video saying military raping our kids. See, this is what's happening when our information is being given to a man in a uniform and a gun. Is because people look up to people in uniforms. But anyway, that kid, his name is, what's his name again? Okay, the schools is Reynolds High School. They're the Raiders. I don't know if you know what a Raider is, but it's also a pirate. Okay, Jared Michael Padgett. He brought in an AR-15 into a PE teacher at in Troutdale, Oregon. Okay, the police chief is Scott Anderson of Oregon. Okay, the teacher's name was Todd Rispler. He's of German descent. Okay, there's another student that was shot. He's just a victim, wrong place, wrong time, named Hoffman. Okay, Jared came to school with army clothes on, a helmet, vest, and multiple gun clips and an AR-15. Okay, before this attack, they had a discussion about Hitler, and supposedly this Jared kid got upset with the other students, arguing with them about a discussion about Hitler. Okay, well, why would he shoot that PE teacher? His name is Rispler. Still, if you look at the before photos of Jared, you'll see one picture scrawny and the other picture that's buffed. Well, how did he get that way? But anyway, I don't know if you know some research about Hitler and the Olympics, but also PE, physical education, goes back to the Romans when they're turning people into killing machines. It's almost the same thing. Okay. Jared was supposedly with the Mormon church. These people are well-known, respected LDS members that are known to be kind and considerate, loving, and sweet. Why would this kid just snap off unless if he learned something that he didn't like? Okay, also he said that he was going to go punish the sinners. They can use that excuse, well, he used religion to go shoot those people. Well, you'll have to look at both things. Okay, well, he's going to punish the sinners, but also he was speaking out about Hitler a week prior to that. So obviously he was upset. But if you do some research, okay, I want you to find your school's rule book. It's called the Students' Rights and Responsibilities. Not only they have you and your kids on a draft list through the military, they also banned out flags and symbolism and anything that goes to the Middle East. This is degenerate arts. They call it commonly considered gang material, whatever may or might be commonly considered. This is like so vague. It's given our teachers and counselors and anybody an opportunity to pick on children over their clothing or their appearance. They will be punished and detained over their clothing. Not only the red and blue bandanas, pink or purple or green, anything that with that paisley on it, anything that has a cross, is because also gangsters are using crucifixes. Well, if you guys weren't such vampires, we wouldn't have to use crucifixes. Okay. My child was punished. she was being detained over a beanie cap by a counselor named Rosenbaum. Well, I found out that her blood descendant is a Nazi U-boat captain of Helmut Rosenbaum. You can go check that one out. But then I had to go talk to Rob Hess over this punishment over a beanie cap. It's because they wanted to detain my child 2 days in a row. I'm like, what the heck? So I went and talked to Rob Hess. He's a blood descendant of Rudolf Hess. That's the third man down from Hitler. Okay. You piss off a school counselor or a teacher, they have the ability just to pick up the phone. How simple. Call Children's Services Division. Hello, this student is acting up and their parents are not well behaved. Could you go invade their home, make sure that they're an okay parent, and make sure that we can't take them to court because I don't think that they're right for our children, even though they're not our children. I know they're somebody else's and we're making money off of them, but still I'm concerned. Even though that we like to punish them and detain them over their clothing. Okay. Our children are being divided out. You go to John Serbo Youth Campus on Centennial Boulevard. This is where they go before judges, and also the judge decides whether they go to jail, but also if they're need to be fully psyched out by our have a full psychological evaluation by the Lane County Mental Health Facility. These people put drugs on our children. If you don't think the way they do, or if you're hearing voices, they'll also drug you. Really easy. It's simple to go get drugs. You just say, oh, I see shadows, I talk to dead people. Any reason that they don't agree with, they will put you on medication. It's quite easy, actually. But also they're putting our kids in jail for minor stuff. It's kind of like turning children into criminals is basically what's going on. I don't know what else to say, but go to your school office. Tell them that you want to opt out of the No Child Left Behind Act. You have to check this little box. If you fail to check that little box, all your information, your name, your address, and your phone number, and other things that you're like good at, all that information goes to military recruiters. And this is not a pretty picture. We're supposed to tell our children, get it straight. Don't shoot these teachers here. Wait a while, okay? And shoot the oldest teachers in the Middle East. Those Arabs that were so concentrated on saying that they're the terrorists. Israel, they're so bad too, even that we're supplying them the weapons. India, oh my gosh, their bandana, they're killing our kids. Well, lots of ignorance actually kills people. And the funny thing is, if I see a group of gangsters on the street and they're flying flags, that lets me know to go around. Well, thank you for wearing that. Well, why would they ban out flags and commonly considered gang material? Is because it's dumbing you down for wars. They've got you recruited for war. Do you yourself know what the Civil War was about? Well, our teenagers don't. Our kids are being dumbed down. Kids are stupid these days. Sorry to say, but a lot of them are. They're not getting homeschooled. They're getting their education somewhere else. It's usually public schools. And is it the public schools that are going totally insane? Yes, it is. Are our schools corroded with German teachers? More than 50%? Yes, it is. Our schools are not American anymore. These are German schools. These schools are owned by Germany and France. These are not public schools. They are owned by government officials. People that like to make money. That's who our schools belong to. They don't belong to the public anymore. They might be called public, but they're not. Look at the symbolism really close. 3 bald kids all sitting in a row, and they're all hailing a bus. Here's the Axemen of Hamlin Loggers, and it's shaped just like a swastika, but it also goes back into German comic books where they're all pulling the Jew behind them. And hurry up. Opt out of the military draft. Rob Hess, Rudolf Hess. Apples don't fall far from the tree.